Explosions have been heard here and in the second city of Kharkiv shortly after the Russian President Vladimir Putin
announced the move in an unscheduled TV address. He said
that Russia would bring in troops. He told Ukrainian troops to lay down arms and go home. Any attempt to interfere with this Russian action would lead to, quote, consequences they have never seen.
After Russian troops were told to lay down their arms, social media became a window into the new reality, showing the impacts of what appeared to be missiles.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to a new video. In today's video we're gonna talk about the Russo-Ukrainian War. It all started when the Russian President, Vladimir Putin, announced a military operation in Ukraine on 23 February. It's been more than a month since the war started. 90% of the houses in Ukraine are destroyed by the Russian military. Civilians are now fighting every single day for their lives. Nearly 1,000 people died and more than 1,500 civilians are injured by the time I'm working on this video. When the war broke out, everyone thought that the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will fly away just like the Afghan president, but he didn't. Putin's biggest target is President Zelensky and after him, his family. We all know who Vladimir Putin is, but most of the people have no idea who Zelensky is. So first let's find out who Volodymyr Zelensky is. In 1939, the Zelensky family, being Jewish, was brutally killed by Hitler. Simon Zelensky, being the only survivor, decided to join the Red Army to fight against Hitler. In 1945 Hitler and his army were defeated. On January 25, 1978, his grandson Volodymyr Zelensky was born. He decided to make his career in acting, and soon he became a great actor and comedian. Life for Zelensky was very different from that of his grandfathers. He had not witnessed any wars in his entire life, but he did work around corruption in his country to fight corruption and make his country a better place. He decided to stand in elections in 2019 where he won and became the president of Ukraine. After 3 years, war finally knocked Zelensky's door. Here are two video messages from Zelensky to the people of Ukraine and Russia respectively.
Нам не нужна война, не холодная, не горячая, не гибридная. Но если на нас будут наступать войска, если у нас попытаются отнять нашу страну, нашу свободу, наши жизни, жизни наших детей, мы будем защищаться. Не наступать, защищаться. Наступая, вы будете видеть наші лица, не наші спини.
Наодинці, як і вчора, найпотужніші сили світу спостерігають здалеку. Уважаемые граждане Российской Федерации, как я уже и сказал, сегодня ночью начали бомбить жилые кварталы города-героя Киев. Всем гражданам Российской Федерации, которые выходят на протесты, хочу сказать, мы вас видим. Это значит, что вы нас услышали. Это значит, вы нам начинаете верить. Боритесь за нас, боритесь.
Here is the map of Ukraine. The red-colored area is controlled by Russia, whereas the yellow one is still under the control of Ukraine. The orange spots are the locations where the bombs were dropped by the Russian Air Force. Now the real question that arises is, why Russia is invading Ukraine? The answer is Russia wants to extend its area and form a puppet government in Ukraine. A puppet government is one which is controlled by a single person or another country. And even if we somehow give Russia the control over Ukraine, there's a chance Putin will try to attack more countries to form USSR again. How do we stop him? Here are 3 ways in which Russia can be stopped from invading Ukraine. The first option is doing nothing. Yes, you heard that right. But if we do nothing, then there's chance that after invading Ukraine, Russia will invade Mongolia, Croatia, Kazakhstan and Slovakia to bring USSR back. And if this happens, we'll never be able to stop imperialism. And someday Putin can even attack our country to gain more power. The second option is going on a war against Russia. A literal World War III. But Russia will still have a great chance to win because of its gigantic army. And Putin is even threatening the other nations by the name of nuclear war if they keep supporting Ukraine. But war brings nothing. War causes loss of life and property. No one actually wins in a war. The third option is by using economic sanctions to destroy Russia's economy.
Step. And we hold further sanctions at readiness to be deployed.
The U.S. and its allies coordinated a first round of sanctions against Russia over its troop deployment to break away.
And this is what was done nearly 2 weeks ago. Aeroplane manufacturing companies like Boeing and Airbus have stopped their exports of spare parts to Russia. Automobile companies like Jaguar, Mercedes, BMW and Volkswagen have also stopped their imports to Russia. Entertainment platforms like Netflix and TikTok have stopped their services in Russia. Samsung and Apple have stopped their imports and exports to Russia. Visa and MasterCard have suspended their operations. The Russian Grand Prix has been suspended. And the Russian team has also been banned from FIFA and UEFA. This all was done to put pressure on Putin to stop the invasion. And now the Russian economy is permanently destroyed. Now, should India go against Russia and support Ukraine? Or should India support Russia? If India goes against Russia, it will face problems that have immediate concern, medium-term concerns and long-term concerns. First, let's talk about immediate concerns. Immediate concerns majorly will involve the evacuation of MBBS students from Ukraine. Luckily, few of them have been evacuated. But many of them are still trapped in Ukraine. Medium-term concern will affect the Indian economy. As Russia is the second largest exporter of crude oil, so it is a possibility that Russia might stop exporting fuel at a medium rate. This will result in the rising demand of petroleum. And hence, with rising demands, there will be an increase in the cost of petroleum and its byproducts. Long-term concerns will affect the defense and military of the country. As India exports most of its military warfare fighter jets and weapons from Russia, it is a possibility that exports of weapons will be stopped. And if that happens, the Indian military will be affected greatly. Another concern is Indochina War. China can attack India anytime. And India would hope not to lose any of its military weapons or fighter jets at this point of time. Also, Russia's growing friendship with China is a cause of concern for India. So now the final question that arises is, whom do we support? But before answering that question, I have something to show you guys. This is an image of a Russian soldier's last message to his mother before he went on the war and died. At this moment, Russia and Ukraine are thinking of compromising to stop this war, but so far sources are telling us that Putin is against this. For those of you who think going on a war is good for a country, it's not. War affects the life of the innocent civilians. Many people lost their loved ones. A father is separated from his daughter. A mother is waiting for his son to return from the war. A country is fighting every single day to make sure that they don't meet a fate similar to that of Syria. People in Russia are finding it hard to spend a day. At last, I want to end this video by asking you all to support the common people of both the countries. Thanks a lot for watching this video.